The Lunatic Line. It was initially named the Uganda Railway after its destination, whose construction began in the port city of Mombasa in 1896 in efforts aimed at providing Uganda access to the sea. Construction of the meter gauge railway was not devoid of challenges, among them the infamous man-eaters of Savo, lions that ate about 30 workers before they were finally hunted down. As the railway snaked through the country's grassland savanna, hills and plains, it left a trail, one characterized by settlements and towns along the railway route and its destination. Branch lines were built to Thika in 1913, Lake Magadi in 1915, Kitale in 1926, Narumoru in 1927, and from Tororo to Soroti in 1929. For 3 decades, towns and settlements grew along the railway, buoyed by growing demand for cargo transport and commuter services. The line was a huge logistical achievement and became strategically and economically vital for Kenya, linking the Indian Ocean with Lake Victoria and the East Africa's interior.
They've had a lot of challenges in terms of investments. They've had a lot of shareholder changes, which is not conducive for business. But we are still trying to find a way we can find a permanent or a lasting solution to the challenges that the concessionaire has had.
Low efficiency and other challenges on the old meter gauge railway, so the government opted for construction of the standard gauge railway project with support from the Chinese government.
Nachochea ya kwamba atireli hii ikijengwa itaharibu park hii ya Nairobi. Hiyo ni upuzi, hakuna kitu kama hicho. Park bado itaendelea, na tungependa wawache kuchochea, wawache hiyo mambo ya kupeleka watu kotini, wacha tujenge railway. Kenya inataka kuendelea mbele.
The project aims to provide high-performance railway infrastructure, equipment and services along the route from the port city of Mombasa through Nairobi and Kisumu to Malaba. The railway is expected to further be extended into East Africa's hinterland.
As we continue to operate this train, one, we are expecting increased connectivity in Kenya, a rapid shipment and transit of goods and services between Kenyans and even for export. But more excitedly, we expect to have every stopover emerging into some metropolitan of sort, which in turn, because it you have, necessary, extractive and productive industries.
The SGR is pegged on, among others, increasing efficiency of railway transport, is the cost of doing business by lowering transport cost and time, as well as trade facilitation and integration in the East African region.
Lazima hii reli isafirishe mizigo kutoka hapa, kwa sababu ukiangalia kama masaa kutoka hapa mpaka kule Nairobi inachukua masaa manane kwa mizigo. Ukienda kwa turera inachukua karibu siku 2.
Freight trains on the SGR are expected to help move up to 22 million tons of cargo annually.
And in terms of the investment plans, with the 40 coaches, you can only extend the length of the trains rather than utilizing additional capacity in terms of line, because it might be counterproductive. So the aim is to ensure we extend the length of the trains to accommodate more passengers.
As the arrival of the Lunatic Express resulted in the mushrooming of urban centers, it is surmised that the SGR will herald emergence of new trading centers at all stations, as well as reinvigorate economic activities in existing towns.
So we oversee a situation where we have more locals coming in as a result of the SGR, and as such increasing our occupancy.
The operationalization of the Madaraka Express has provided a low-cost, affordable, fast and safe mode of transport between Suswa and Mombasa. Travelers are exposed to breathtaking scenery along its route that traverses the Tsavo National Park and the Nairobi National Park, efficiently boosting the number of tourists. With the SGR set to take over, freight haul trucks will be phased out of the roads, thus enhancing the lifeline of the roads.
In terms of business impact, it will be massive. And I'm sure in terms of cost reduction, in terms of time reduction, the business community will be the biggest beneficiary.
Before construction of the SGR, 95% of all cargo was being moved via the route, with over 1,600 heavy load trucks plying the Mombasa-Malaba route, commonly known as the Northern Transport Corridor. Ease of transporting goods is expected to support manufacturing and encourage more investors to put up processing plants that will consequently spur industrialization.
Impact this trend is making in terms of business environment, it is massive.
The government had estimated that the SGR would drive Kenya's economic growth rate by 1.5%.
Now I'm getting a lot of inquiries from potential investors who want to come and put up industry to manufacture, and of course to add value addition to our crops. And the motivation is because now the standard gauge railway will be able to transport their finished product from Suswa to the market.
Well, it might be too early to tell, but optimists see a bright future for the modern railway. Regina Manyara-Gitau reporting for Channel 1 Business.